Hey everyone, how's it going today? cryptoFOXXY here. Thanks guys so much for stopping by the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Grayscale's XRP Trust and how they've used these trusts previously in the past to pave a way towards an eventual ETF. So we're going to jump into it in this video. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe to the channel as well for more cryptocurrency news. So this is something that is fairly important if you're talking about how to progress towards getting an ETF approved. So Grayscale is no stranger to this process. They know exactly what they're doing. And let's talk about how they get there. So this is the first step towards a spot XRP ETF launch, but it would need to go through 3 more life cycle stages. XRP Trust gives accredited investors exposure to Ripple's XRP token indirectly, right? So Grayscale will be holding the funds for them. And the XRP Trust is an important step towards an eventual XRP ETF, a product that would allow broader public access to XRP investments. However, before we can get there into an ETF, it must progress through 4 key stages, and this is basically where we're at. The first stage is where we're at right now, is private placement, where the trust shares are available only to accredited investors, and shares bought during this stage are subject to a 1-year lockup period, meaning investors cannot sell them immediately. So they basically have to hold on to them for a year. It's like a vesting schedule, right? The second stage, public quotation, is the trust will list on public markets, allowing a wider audience to trade its shares. At this point, the trust is accessible to all retail investors. So you don't have to be accredited, basically. And accredited investors are basically investors that are not strangers to holding different assets. They have a large amount of assets. They have a large amount of assets and disposable income and things like that. They have to pass a certain criteria to become an accredited investor. So next, the SEC reporting phase will ensure increased transparency, and Grayscale must comply with reporting requirements from the US SEC. So this phase will also reduce the holding period of shares purchased during the private placement stage, cutting it down to just 6 months. Finally, after all the necessary regulatory approvals, the product enters the 4th stage, which is an ETF conversion. This trust officially transforms it into an ETF, which is a fully regulated investment product available on public exchanges, giving it the broadest possible reach. And we know we've seen these stages basically go through with the Bitcoin ETF. We saw, a number of Bitcoin funds basically come out and merge over into an ETF. We saw, there was a bit of volatility there, and things were moving around a lot. We would hear Grayscale's depositing Bitcoin into Coinbase or whatever exchange it was they were using there, and just kind of moving funds around. So that's pretty much what goes on at the 4 stages of getting ready for an approval of an ETF. So they kind of do it gradually, right? So they do it gradually so the SEC. I know it sucks, but the SEC has to kind of see that this is a legitimate investment vehicle, right? So the launch follows favorable legal outcomes for Ripple, making the timing ripe for the introduction of the product. We know the SEC versus Ripple case is getting ready to conclude, basically with Ripple's fine having to be paid, and then hopefully the SEC does not appeal the case. So this is important, as futures contracts and trusts are often precursors to ETFs. Grayscale has successfully followed this product path before. It converted the Bitcoin Trust into a full ETF in January after years of regulatory hurdles. So the Ethereum Trust followed suit in July. So once they have already kind of got this system down, this could be a potential, not too far off in the near distant future, right? So with XRP, Grayscale could once again use this tried and true approach to bring an XRP ETF to market. So we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens there, because there's a few things they have to go through, and timing's got to be right. They have to pass a number of different things through the SEC in order to do that, and we'll see. This is the XRP price today, up just marginally over 1% over the last 24 hours. Volume is down a bit today because we've seen quite a pump yesterday. See this massive move up we got from 55 cents all the way up to 58 cents. So that was a pretty big move up. So things are kind of starting to dwindle, kind of taper off a little bit, but we'll see what happens from here. But that's basically what I got for you guys in this video. I think, in terms of XRP pricing and such, I think we're still waiting on that fact, to see if the SEC is going to appeal the case. I believe they have until, I believe it's the first week of October, and then hopefully hopefully we don't hear anything, and hopefully this, this settlement does go through. But that's what I got for you guys in this video. Could see a potential XRP spot ETF down the road from Grayscale. Hopefully this does come to fruition. Even any exposure to the crypto market for, traditional investors is definitely a good thing, right? It might even bring, some of these people into crypto, inflating some prices here and there. And you just never really know. The more people that feel comfortable with crypto, if that's what it takes to get there, I'm for it. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.